Hi guys, welcome back to Bibles and Giggles. It's Merlin.
It's your boy Deli, and
As you guys can see, there's no Marian today.
we miss her.
We do. I miss her already.
Um, Hopefully she'll be back next week. She'll be back some point.
Yes. Maybe she started her DR vacation early.
2 months, 2 months off. It's crazy. Yeah. Well, I was going through episode 1, and I noticed something.
Oh God.
No, it's not bad.
I was
Noticed. I noticed. You guys, when you addressed the podcast, you said we're gonna talk about things that, was it? The church throws under the rugs. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
You're asking me what you saw.
No, what you said. What you said, because you said it.
You know I say a lot of things.
Yeah, you said address things that people usually or church throws under the rug.
Yeah.
Is that I want to use the correct form?
I think I said the controversial topics, yeah, that the church just doesn't address, or, they just kind of sweep under the rug.
So
Not throw, sweep.
sweep. You see, you remember trying to make me
Throw what?
like damn dementia already. Yeah. So what's one
A
that
big
you could
one.
think? Yeah, that you could think of.
Depression. Mental health.
In what way though?
So I don't know if a lot of the people in church don't believe in
I did not know that.
yeah, they don't, because they'll just say, like, it's actually called religious bypass. Yeah, like, well, they'll like just say pray, or sometimes it's not just that, like sometimes you really do. A lot of people in church don't believe in therapy either.
Damn. So do they believe that just talk to God type?
Yeah, talk to God and pray, and then you'll be fine. It's a lot of like the older people in church. I think
Makes
now
sense.
it's becoming a little bit more normalized when we are having these conversations, But a lot of the people don't believe in mental health, like they don't believe in therapy, all that stuff.
How do you you believe in it though, right?
Yeah.
So how do you go?
I graduated therapy, remember?
You graduated what?
Therapy.
No, I thought he just quit.
I graduated.
Okay, you graduated. Congrats. 2 years later, congrats. So how do you deal with that, if you believe in it and you go to like a place? Well, I don't know if your church where you go, they address it better.
I think my church does a really good job at like addressing mental health, like especially like with me and Marian and like our Bible study, like we have even had like speakers, like psychologists who are religious, come and talk to everybody, and talk about trauma and different things like that. I don't know how other churches do. I know when
Yeah.
I was younger, it was a big thing. Like, I don't know if you heard this, because you did you grow up in church?
I went for a couple. I went to the classes and all that,
Like the Bible studies when you were a kid?
Is it? I don't know if that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's just a Bible study.
I know they
used
used to
go
take me
those-
to like classroom with like all the kids.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did not know what I was doing. I remember one time she asked me like mad questions, and I was like, I think that's when I found out. I was like, I'm not coming back.
This is not
Because-
for me.
Yeah, I was like, no, it was a lot of questions that I didn't really, because I feel like my mom went to church, just on Sundays, just like to go,
Yeah.
but we didn't like study the Bible
Okay.
or anything. But yeah, that's what I used to go to. I know that I used to go to like a classroom with the kids.
Yeah.
So
Well, I didn't grow up in church either, and I stopped going to church when I was like 5, I want to say. My parents were both very religious.
Christian, right?
Yeah, but once they separated, I think I was like 5, my mom stopped going completely. She still hasn't been back to this day.
Damn.
Yeah. And my dad, obviously, like, I don't know what happened to him, but
You know who's that?
well, I never had
If you're out there and you watch this,
I didn't have like a real relationship with him after like he left the house. So I don't know what I know he's Christian now. I know he goes to church now.
no, it's funny because one of my videos just hit. It's like over 100,000, and somebody commented, he's like, "Mijo, what's your name?" And I was like, "Dad, is that you?"
Actually, I never asked you. What about your relationship with your dad?
Wow. Wow.
Do you have a father?
Yes, I have a father. Nah, but he left. He left.
He went
yeah.
to get milk.
Yeah, no. He actually. It's about to get deep, guys. He actually cheated. You laughing? She cheated on my mom's.
Okay, that's
That's
why my parents got divorced too.
Yeah, he cheated on my mom's. So I have a sister that's like a couple months apart.
From you?
From dad, yeah.
Wow.
So she's like, literally, I think we're the same age, just like, I think like 3 months apart. So when he cheated, he got the other girl pregnant. And yeah, he never really was around. I feel like, I was thinking about trauma this week too. So I
Yeah.
feel like that was trauma that I'm now getting by.
Yeah.
That I always had to deal with was because I remember my mom put him in child support,
Mm-hmm.
and there was times where I was in the same courtroom, and he didn't even say a word to me.
Stop.
Yeah, because my mom was one of those moms like, come on, you're going with me,
Yeah.
to court, because I used to translate. I was one of those Spanish kids, like,
My mom used to make me translate for
yeah,
her
and they
too.
used to get mad if I got something wrong.
Like, bro, I'm 5 years old and you're making me do your taxes.
I don't know that word.
Why did we have the same life?
Yeah, it's crazy because
Yeah.
we're Salvadorian.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, but so that's something I think I'm starting to get over now. But it was like I don't, and it's funny. You guys are gonna be like, this dude says the same thing every week, but it feels just like me getting closer to like God.
Yeah.
It's like healing me.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a way that once again I can't explain, but it's like it just happened day by day. It's getting better. So yeah, no relationship with him, but it's weird how the world works. Because I just met this guy, right? Mm-hmm. He has the same last name as me, and it turns out he's my cousin.
Yeah.
So but he didn't like want to admit it. Like I see him every day.
Why did he know what I mean?
Like he knew, but he didn't never confronted me about it. Like say, hey, you're my cousin.
Yeah.
Until one day I was like, somebody called me, and I said my name, and we have the same name. He was like, so like I think that's him confirming. Like he was like, okay, that is my cousin. But yes, I got like 30 siblings out there.
Wow.
Sickness.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how you bring up the trauma thing, because I feel like too when I started getting closer to God, that's when I never realized how much like not having a dad affected me. Like I thought I was fine. Like I was like, okay, so like I don't have a dad.
Do you think it's different for like a girl versus a guy?
Yeah. Because they say, right, like a daughter's first love is gonna be her dad. So if you don't have that love, you don't have an example of what that's supposed to be. And I feel like that happened to me without me realizing. I was like looking for love in all the wrong places. And because I have like these abandonment issues, I was going for people that I knew were going to like abandon me at some point, or like
that's tough.
Were toxic. Yeah. And I didn't realize that until maybe like 2 years ago, like how much it actually affected me growing up without a father. I thought I was fine. Like,
how did you realize it though?
When I kept getting into like these situations, and I'm like, why do I keep picking like these people? Like, why do I keep picking like these guys that like really don't have my best interest at heart?
How do you think? You said your parents divorced. Mm-hmm. How do you think that played a factor? Not having both parents there, because you had them for a little bit, and then
it was really weird for me. It was really weird because, like, obviously, like, kids don't really know what's going on with adults, right?
Facts. And
I was very young too, so for me, it kind of was like out of nowhere. Like my dad was fine one day, and then the next day, like he was. I remember, I like vividly, like I still remember it to this day. He was like packing up all his things out of nowhere.
Just because you laugh, I'm gonna laugh.
I'm not laughing at my trauma, but I mean, you gotta laugh through it. Laughter is the best medicine. So I just remember like him packing all his stuff, and then like I just didn't see him after that.
That's tough.
Yeah, and then I would like hear my mom cry all the time. Like my mom would never cry in front of us. She would cry at night, but like I could still hear her. Like she would be.
Are you one of those people that when you see your mom cry, you cry? Or no?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how I am.
That hurts my soul.
Yeah, me too. I can't see my mom cry. I'll just like.
Yeah. I don't like seeing anyone cry.
Imagine you see me cry.
I'll cry too. Like I don't like seeing people cry.
No, I don't. It depends if you cry.
Okay.
Not saying.
Okay.
No, not saying. It just depends, because some people have ugly cries, and I don't do good like with like pressure. Like if it's like
I don't do good with people crying.
I remember it's so messed up, but I remember this dude that he missed school for like 2 weeks. He came back and I was like, "Yo, where were you at?" He said, "My grandpa died." And it's not funny. And guess what I did?
You laughed.
Something in me told me laugh, and I was like, "Yo, I'm not laughing." Like I apologize, but I don't know. But I feel like it all is like a cycle. Mm-hmm. Like all my trauma like brings me to that. Like you don't know it, but like it's like I'm laughing because I've been through all this stuff. Yeah.
And sometimes you don't like. I laugh at like serious situations, even though I don't mean to.
No, 100%.
It's just like out of nervousness.
With wifey, I addressed that like when I was young. Like when I first met her, I was like, "There's gonna be situations where I'm gonna laugh, and I don't mean to laugh, but like and this it could be serious, but I'm gonna laugh. It's just I feel like that's just me dealing with it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like, and I can't control it. Like I'll laugh and it's like,
Remember when you thought I was laughing?
yeah, that's what I was like.
And I
like,
wasn't.
yeah.
You said, "Are you laughing?" I was like, "No."
Yeah. So back to pops and mom splitting up. How did that? Like I know you said there was like trauma there, but like give me like a little life timeline where like when do you think it affected you the most?
I think once I started like getting into relationships and like being in toxic relationships and not really knowing like what love was or like having an example of what like I never had a like healthy couple to look up to. Like I never like saw anybody that was happily married in my family. Like so everything that I grew up knowing was chaos.
Same.
Yeah.
Like you think it's no.
It is like the Spanish community.
You think so?
Yeah, bro. They do not do well.
Damn.
I don't know
I was
why.
gonna say I don't. It's funny because me and my girlfriend we're totally like opposites, but we're kind of the same.
Yeah.
And so her parents been married for like 30+ years.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's hard when it's like the opposite. So you're expecting me to treat you, as what you saw.
Yeah.
And I'm like the total opposite.
I came from that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At first, I was bad, but yeah. And then I seen this clip. He was like, I don't know if you know who Tony Robbins is.
No.
He's like a motivational dude, but he was like, this girl was like, yeah, I'm expecting her. It was like the same situation. He was like, I'm expecting her to treat me like a queen, and then she was like, it's your dad's fault. Like he was like, it's that bastard's fault that you expect this because that's what you saw.
Yeah.
Which it made sense, but it's like.
But that's what I'm saying. Like a girl's first love is their dad.
Yeah.
So they set the standard for sure of like what love is gonna be like for you, or like what's acceptable or what's not acceptable. The way that I'm sure she watched her dad treat her mom.
Yeah. Did your mom ever find somebody else or?
Yeah, my mom was kind of like in and out of relationships. I did have. His name was Richard. I called him my stepdad. He was like in my life for a while.
Richard was pops for a second.
Yeah.
Like, did you consider him like?
Yeah,
that?
yeah. He was cool people. So he was in my life for a minute.
Nah, no more.
No.
Yeah, Richie.
2 dads left me.
Yeah, only one.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but she had that relationship that was serious, and then she, had like a couple people that she talked to, and then like she got into another relationship. She's been in a relationship for a few years.
Yeah. Relationship. Damn, that's hard because I feel like I always get into this conversation like, what's the difference? Like for me, example is I never had nobody to tell me how to fix stuff.
Yeah.
And it affects me now. And my pride is so big. Like I would not admit, like if you need me to fix something, I'm not gonna tell you I can't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I couldn't, and I'll come up like I'll figure it out, but it might not be the best way.
Right.
And then at the end, I feel like a loser.
Do you think that's like a trauma thing, not being able to ask for help?
I don't know if it's a trauma or is it pride.
Maybe a mixture.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it all ties back together. It's like I just don't want to. Yeah, I'll figure it out, especially now with like YouTube.
Yeah. Do you know that there's this guy on YouTube?
That shows.
Yeah.
I wish he was my boss.
I love him. I'm like, I wish that was my dad.
I wish I figured that channel out earlier.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like,
but shout out to him because that's so nice.
Yeah, it pisses me off because just things like I feel like I should have known.
Yeah.
Like for example, changing a tire. I went through like 28 different tires like my first year of driving.
Stop.
That's what I'm saying. I had to learn like the hard way.
Yeah.
And then I got a job at a hotel as a maintenance. I don't know how I got that job, but like
you lied through your resume.
Yeah, they had me fixing stuff, and I was like just like getting by. Mm-hmm. Like the next day, like, didn't you fix that? I was like, I thought I did.
Must be broken again.
Yeah. I was like, I go, but it's like it's hard when you like, as a man, trying to figure it out. But
yeah. So you had said earlier that you're now like realizing your trauma.
Yeah.
So it's funny that you brought that up because I was actually thinking about that. I think it was yesterday where I'm like, I feel like my whole life has been survival mode. My entire life has been survival mode. So now that I'm kind of coming out of that and just like learning to live life without it being so chaotic, I think that's really, it's been hard. It's like a struggle.
It's getting better.
Yeah. It's getting better, but it's also like my whole life has been so chaotic that when it is peaceful, it's like I don't know what to do. It's like it's kind of like self-sabotaging in a way. Like I got to find something to be wrong or like I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Are you the same in the relationships?
So in the relationships that I have been in, which two, one was extremely toxic.
Yeah.
The first one was really, really toxic, like putting hands on each other, like all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and then
I feel like that's a Salvadorian thing for like women. I mean, definitely guys too, but like women. I hear like a lot of stories of like women, like
the women being the abuser.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I don't know about that. But when I did go into my second relationship, I thought it was healthy because we weren't putting hands on each other,
So
and
that,
because
that
you
just
weren't.
made it healthy.
To me, that made it healthy.
Yeah,
You're not screaming in my face. You're not putting hands on me, but you're emotionally like damaging me. Like you're cheating on me every other day. But to me, that was like healthier than physical abuse. Yeah. So like I feel like that's why I feel like now, you know, I told you I took some time off, whatever, to really like get in tune with myself. So I've never had a healthy relationship, and like now talking to somebody else, it's like, and it is healthy. It's weird. It's not like a bad weird, but it's like I'm not used to it.
Does it feel normal? Is that what it is, or
it feels peaceful, and which I've
which
never
is
felt.
not normal to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's weird.
Yeah, it is very weird.
But I mean, if it's like
so, then that's like when I start thinking like something must be wrong, like, and then I start like overthinking. I become insecure or like, it's nobody ever.
How are you working on it though?
I think that I haven't really been working on it like by myself. I think that this other person is very like he communicates a lot. We communicate a lot.
Communication's key.
We talk through like a lot of things. Yeah, like I think that's just like every day. It's something to work on. But I think also like people don't talk about how getting out of toxic relationships and then going into a healthy one is so hard for yourself.
Yeah,
because like you form habits too.
100%. It's funny. I feel like me and you were like aligned to like. It's weird, but like things like you were thinking this week, I was thinking this week too.
Yeah.
Like a trauma and all that. But I was thinking the same thing this week. I was like, I'm sorry for the pain that I brought to people, you know, just because somebody else brought me pain.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what we do as human beings. Yeah. Like you said, you get out of the toxic one, but you bring some of that trauma into the new one when it's not their fault.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Hurt people definitely hurt people. And it's just like if you don't fix it, like it's just gonna keep going. It's gonna keep being a cycle. Like you have to fix it within yourself first.
Yeah. Working on that.
Yeah. How are you working through your trauma? Because you said you're now realizing, right?
Yeah, I'm just realizing. I feel like it's accepting that it happened. Yeah. You know,
that's a big.
And not looking for a reason. Mm-hmm. You know, because I always used to ask myself why, like why did Dad leave? Why and it's true. You know, as a kid, you're like, was it my fault? I wasn't good enough? And I feel like I ask myself that because I see him with another family. You know.
You know what's crazy? That we really did have the same life. My dad moved.
Is my dad your dad?
I'll show you a picture later.
Hey, I told you he has like 40 kids. You never know.
It's crazy because my dad literally moved like a street over.
Stop lying. We got the same life. My dad did the same thing. He was
it must be a Selby thing.
Yeah, he was behind like that building. I used to be like, and I used to go outside and play and see him sometimes. And I'm telling you, and with his whole family. And I was like, no high, no nothing.
Same to me.
So yeah, it was deep when another thing is I don't really talk about it until like now that I'm having conversation with myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's just me one-on-one or with God, you know. Yeah, but no, it's
that's insane.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's actually insane.
It's tough. So like now, you know, I'm finally realizing that it just happened, you know. It's not nobody's fault. Yeah. It's like and then I feel it's the way you look at things, you know, perspective. Cuz the mom God gave me, it's a blessing, you know.
Right.
I can't even express how what my mom means to me. So like she's been both mom and dad, and I kind of feel for her. Now that I'm older
Yeah.
and I have a kid, what she went through,
Mhm.
I'm like, that's the strongest person I know.
Yeah.
Like she told me a story. Like when I was born, she was by the hospital by herself.
Really?
Yeah, and I can't. Now that I seen like when my daughter was born, you girls go through giving birth is crazy.
Yeah. That's why I
So
did it one time and didn't do it again.
no more kids.
No, hopefully it's sometime. But
Did you go natural or did you have?
I was in labor for like 36 hours before I got an
That's
epidural.
just
Yeah,
I
it's
can't even imagine that. Yeah,
I was
that's
like, I'm ready to go.
that's pain. Yeah, so she was about at the hospital by herself, and she had to call a cab. That's what I'm saying. She didn't have a car seat. So
Wow.
yeah, it's like stories that I'm hearing. I'm like, she really went through a lot, and to tie it back in with like depression is weird to me because she didn't believe in it. You know, now she's starting to believe in it, but like I'm like, how didn't you like going through all this stuff?
I think that also has to do a lot with like our parents being in also on survival mode.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I heard that a lot. It's like you're too busy trying to make it.
Yeah.
That you don't got time to be depressed.
Right. And you're like your brain just won't like
Which
stop.
do you agree with that or?
I agree with like it's gonna catch up to you.
I was gonna say no because I'm like that too, and like I'm I'm always on the go. Like that's what I'm saying. If I can make time for like for you guys, whoever I'm making time for, like respect that because I'm like I'm on go mode like 24/7. Like I feel like I never got time to sleep, but like at the end of the day, when I'm in that bed and that by myself, like it's time to go to bed, all those thoughts come in, and that's when you have to deal with that, and you can't escape that.
You can't escape that, yeah.
So it's like you're gonna have to deal with it regardless.
Yeah.
So I feel like yeah, I'm finally dealing with like all my trauma.
Me too. It's so crazy that like we're like realizing this at the same time.
Trauma buddies. Trauma buddy.
Have you ever been to therapy?
No, but I thought about it. I thought I don't know. I should give it a try. It just I feel like this is my therapy.
This is actually a great form of therapy.
I just feel like, and then once again, just talking to myself and talking to God is like a big therapy for me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, even though sometimes He doesn't talk back to me right away, I know that He's working. He's doing something for me.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm starting to understand that.
You're starting to have faith.
Yeah, but I always had faith. Excuse me. I always had faith. It's I don't know. It just like grew.
Yeah. Because it's different. Like knowing who God is, like knowing God and knowing who God is different. If that makes sense.
How would you describe faith?
Faith. How would I describe faith? That's a great question. I think faith is when you can put all your anxiousness, all your worries, all your problems onto, like really put them onto God, knowing that He's gonna fix them.
Yeah, I know. We're big. Like here we obviously talk Bibles and giggles, talk about God too. But I heard this quote today, and it was powerful, and it's true. It said, when you're praying, you have to remember there's always two people listening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's God and that's devil. Two devils listening. That's sometimes he tries to attack you too.
Yep.
The
power of our tongue is powerful. Like it's extremely powerful, and you have to remember that everything that you put out into the world, there is God listening, and there's also the devil.
Yeah. Was there a situation when you think? I mean, probably my whole life. I was gonna say when you think like the devil heard that prayer and try to like deflect it.
The thing about the devil too is like when we pray, like the devil knows what we want, and he's very deceitful.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like sometimes you think it's good for you, but it's not.
Yeah, if it's from God, it's not gonna make you. It's gonna be clear. It's gonna not make you fight your flesh. Like it's not gonna be lustful. It's not gonna make you sin in any way. It's not gonna make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like if you ever start having those second thoughts or those doubts, it's probably not from God.
Um, how did you get into church?
I have always like
Because
prayed.
we're here, we're talking, we're like, we're kind of the same person. Which is
Twins.
trauma twins, trauma buddies.
I
Yeah,
should
so
refer you to my
I'm
therapist.
yeah, no,
Maybe he
but,
won't quit you.
no, but that's what I'm getting at. How did you take that first step to be like, I am going to therapy, I am gonna go to church? How did that?
That's a great question. I think I told you this before, but I'll refresh it.
I don't remember.
I don't think I went into depth, but I was going through a lot in my life. So I felt really alone. I felt very defeated. And I felt like, okay, like I have nothing else, like nothing's working. I don't, I don't know what else to do. So I started praying a lot. I started praying. And like, it's so crazy because now that I think about it, like those times that I was going through that were so hard for me, like I so needed that. Like
You needed.
I needed it and it got me so much closer to
Oh,
God.
you needed to go through that.
Yeah, I needed to go. Everything that I've been through in my life, like I feel like I needed to go through that. But when I was praying, like heavily, I was literally talking to God nonstop all day. Like I would wake up in the morning, I would pray, I would go drop Noah off to school, I would pray on my way to work, and it was crazy because like I never felt this before, but I like couldn't wait home to like get home and pray. Like it was such a connection with God that like I knew that He was listening to me, and then that's when like things started to become like more clear and like I stopped feeling like so overwhelmed and like I just kind of started believing in God so much more. Like I knew who God was, but I didn't know of God. Like if that makes sense.
No, it broke my door. Nah, keep going.
If that makes sense.
No, 100%.
And then that's when I was like I need to go to therapy because I want to see like somebody else's perspective on what's going on and
I just don't know. I feel like that's I don't know if it's like a guy thing, but it's like just going over there and talking to like a stranger type. It's like I don't know. Like in my mind, this is what I think.
yeah.
It's like I'd rather talk to God than anybody else in a way. And it's yeah, I don't know.
I think that's like a prideful thing.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Maybe.
also like a man thing. Do you think it's harder for a man to
100%.
to show his emotions?
100%.
How come?
With everything. You're gonna be labeled. Even we were like episode 1, we discussed our self. Did we No, we didn't. No, damn. You see, you guys are not gonna see that. It was another episode that. But we were talking about self-care.
Yeah.
Target runs.
Yeah.
It's like we were laughing and stuff, but people do see that as a weakness, or like you're not a man, And I feel like it's like that pride that you're not a man that deflates the guys to like, yeah, I'm not doing that no more. It's like if I tell you something, like because I trusted you, and you come back and throw that in my face, that's a low blow, and that I told you. It took me a lot to tell you.
I feel like a lot of guys say that.
Because it's true. I feel like it's true. It takes a lot. Like
But do you think women are really like that?
I think it's the human beings like that. It's not just women. I feel like guys do, but it hurts us more when it's the women. When it's the one, especially our women. When I trusted you and you throw it back at me, it's like it took a lot for me to like get these feelings out.
Right.
And you're gonna just throw it back on my face just because we argued about if you want the last chicken.
She's like, that's why your dad didn't love you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, something like, all right, take the chicken.
Take the chicken.
Yeah, but no, it's like it hurts. Yeah, and I don't know. Like I don't know if you're like this. I have a hard way of showing like love.
What do you mean?
Like I don't know. Like I'm not 100% like that lovey-dovey person. Emotional type. I'm not really like it's hard for me to show love, but like if you know me, I'm showing love by the way I am, if that makes sense.
So that actually love languages. Do you know what the 5 love languages are?
Mine's just touch. That's all I know.
So there's physical touch, there's words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, and gifts. I think it's the 5.
Gifts. Which gifts is what?
Gifts and acts of service. People get those confused. So gifts is like I get you something. Acts of service could be like I cooked you dinner. I put gas in your car.
That's a big one.
Yeah. But the way that I feel like a lot of people confuse this too is like the way that you give love is different than the way that you receive love. So you can receive love from somebody like by words of affirmation, but the way that you show your love is different. Does that make sense?
No, 100%. Like, yeah.
What do you think your love language is?
Like mine's.
How do you show your love, and then also how do you receive it?
I don't know. That's a tough question, to be honest.
You said physical touch.
I know
that's
that's fine. That's for like, you know. That's but like, that's tough now because when you think about when I'm thinking about it, it's like it's kind of all of them put together.
They all are important,
you
but
know, because like for me, it's like I'm a big like the little things matter type of person.
So more acts of service.
Kind of, yeah. So like I'm leaning towards that. Like if you do something for me, it's like you know, like I appreciate it so much.
Mm-hmm. So that's how you receive your love.
I feel like now that I have to, I'll talk to myself tonight.
Ask your wife; she probably knows.
Maybe, but that's the thing. I feel like I have to have a conversation. But I don't really. I feel like I don't show it. Like.
So you said you're not affectionate. So how do you give your love? How do you show your wife that you love her every day?
That's a good one.
Maybe we should get her on here.
I'd love to.
Call her.
Should we call her?
Call her.
Call her, yeah. Let's see what she says.
She's gonna be like, "Why are you calling me? Aren't you filming?"
Tell me what happened. I don't know. Hopefully it's a good call. Guys, we're live.
Hello?
What you doing, babe?
I'm at mom's. What's up?
I got a quick question. What was the question?
So we were talking about the 5 love languages.
Yeah, who's talking?
I'm moving right now. Okay, go.
So we were talking about the 5 love languages, and Fidel doesn't know how he shows his love to you. So how do you think he shows his love?
Oh, damn.
Told you, I knew it. She wasn't ready.
What are the 5 love languages?
It's physical touch, acts of service, gifts, quality time. What was the other one? Oh, words of affirmation.
I'd say top 2, quality time.
I should have known that.
And quality time and
Top 1.
I think he does like a little bit of everything, but definitely top 1, quality time.
Quality time is important. Yeah.
All right, baby, that's all I needed.
All right, love you.
Love you too. I should have known that. I should have known myself better.
You should know yourself better.
I'm a big quality time. I don't know why I didn't.
And quality time also, I feel like a lot of people get this mixed up. Isn't just, oh, we're both home today. You're on your phone doing that. I'm over here doing this. Like quality time is actually.
I like to tie that into like parenting. It's like just because you got your parent there doesn't mean that they're a parent.
Yeah, that's facts.
Mm-hmm. What's yours?
How I give love.
Both. How you give love?
I love physical touch is definitely one of them. Like I'm a super lovey-dovey person, so like I need to like hug and kiss and all the time. I love that. And quality time. And then the way that I give my love is like I think is acts of service and gifts. Like I'm a big on like gift giving.
Do you give too much gifts?
I feel like when I like somebody, like I will go out for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another thing
I'm mad
too.
at myself.
Why?
I feel like I should have known that.
But that's why we have these talks so we can learn.
I know.
Therapy. We can learn together. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the way. Like I love quality time, physical touch, and then I give my love like through acts of service, whether it's making lunch or packing your lunch or just acts of service.
I don't know if you've seen they be asking, they're like, if your man asks for lunch or for a snack at 3 a.m, you getting up at 3 a.m?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. But like, if this is my man, like this.
No, it's not me.
It ain't,
I'm not gonna call.
No, I'm not saying like it's not. It ain't gonna be like some like random person that we're just talking. Like if this man's like being a provider and he's being great in every aspect.
Can you be a stay-at-home mom?
I would lose my marbles.
You lose your what?
My marbles.
Oh, your marbles.
You're like, what are you losing?
Yeah, I was like, no, I think you said something else. I was like, what?
No, I think I would be too bored.
Yep.
I don't think I could sit at home all day and be like a trophy wife. I don't think I could do that. Because I like to I like to have my own independence in my own life. Like maybe it doesn't have to be work. If he wants to take me out of work and have me doing something else, that's fine. But like I don't think I could be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah. I seen that. What else did I see? Stay-at-home mom. Do you need to be dating a provider?
What do you mean by a provider? Like somebody that's gonna take care of me?
Not fully, but like he's the provider, like a man. Like you know, basically like yeah, you know, like he knows you got your own, but he's like, I got it.
I don't feel like that was really important to me before. I feel like now it is, because I feel like that says a lot about a man himself, like morals wise and where his mental is kind of at.
Yeah.
I think that's important. I want somebody to like let me be feminine and like.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it should be.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like because even those are women that wanna, you know, I'm Miss Independent. At the end of the day, you know, you want that alpha, that man to make you feel like a woman. You know.
Yeah, I'm very like, even my therapist was like, you're very hyper independent. Like I don't like asking anybody for anything. So when a man does make me like soft, like that's huge. Or like when even if I'm not gonna ask you, but I know that I can depend on you.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah.
What's what's another one? We all started off. You said depression.
Depression, yeah, that's what we were talking about.
I know this. I tell you, this is how it goes. I love it.
Yeah, so
Start somewhere in there.
trauma and depression in the church. Oh, I don't know if you heard this. I actually meant to ask you this earlier. You said you went to Bible study a little bit, but not really that much. Yeah. But in the church, I think it's a church, and it's also like the Spanish community.
But I went to a Catholic one.
Okay.
So
I don't know what's the difference between Christian and Catholic. I think it's that Catholic worship like other saints, and the Christians don't.
But it's kind of the same. Yeah, I think it's.
But like Christians will only worship God, and like Catholics, I think, pray. Correct me if I'm sure you guys would love to correct me if I'm wrong.
No, this is a good
I think Catholics pray to like other saints, like La Virgen de Guadalupe and all that stuff, and like we don't believe in that.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Damn, I did not know that. You see,
but somebody please,
I'm
believing
her.
Fact check me.
No, like I said, I'm here to learn too. I thought it was do they both have pastors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Catholics they just call them priests, but it's the same thing.
Okay, that's a good. See somebody out there, if you guys know, please.
Yeah, let me know what's the difference.
Let us know. Yeah, like I love learning. But where you going? You were going somewhere?
Oh yes, I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? Oh, the Spanish community and church. I feel like they don't address mental health and they don't address depression. But when I was growing up, as a kid, I would always hear somebody who was struggling with mental health. They would be like, "Oh, ese loco, esa loca." That's what that's what it was labeled as. So did you hear the same thing or no?
No, that's a good. Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like or it's just like, you know, push your feelings to the side, and I feel like, yeah, you know, it's capable. You could do that, you know, but it's gonna catch up.
Yeah. You
could do that for so long, push those feelings to the side, which it's true though. You know, if you stress enough, like little things that you're not supposed to be stressing, you could actually go crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's like
well, your perception too is your reality. Whatever you think to be true is what's going to be true in your head. Yeah. I could think the sky is red and nobody's going to convince me otherwise. That's what I believe in my head.
I don't like those people.
What kind of people? The sky is red?
No, not like like they're right no matter what.
But there is people like that.
I know.
I think that's like such a miserable way to live, to be honest.
Yeah, like you see, like I don't know.
And also, how do you evolve? How do you change? Like, how do you
like
grow? Yeah, like if you're just stuck in like one mentality.
They think they're perfect. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think they see it as like growth. They see it as, you know, yeah, I'm right. It's me. Mm-hmm. Like, they think you're wrong all the time. Like anybody else is wrong. so they don't care.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't care. Yeah, no, that's a big one. But it's like,
Depression also goes back all the way to biblical times.
yeah. Have you I know people don't like read the Bible. How did you get into like? How do they do it at where you go, like church?
So they
So, like-
usually for like Bible study?
Yeah, like.
For Bible study, they'll usually like pick a chapter.
So
And-
how long have you been going?
Like a year-ish.
And how far you think you like?
How much I've learned?
Yeah.
Well, I am kind of a slacker. I am a slacker. I need to get into. See, this is the thing too, though. Is like every time that I read the Bible by myself, I lean on my own understanding, and it literally says in the Bible, "Don't do that."
Okay.
So I debate the Bible a lot
With yourself.
with myself, and then like I'll bring it to church, and then it'll be a huge debate. So like we don't really be moving on quickly.
But that's good that they address it, you know.
Yeah.
Because if they were like, like this is it, and like
This is what it is.
I don't. You see,
I don't like that either because I feel like, and it's weird because like you can have an interpretation of the Bible and the interpretation may be different to me. What it means to you might not be what it means.
You see it all
to
the
me.
time.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many churches. I feel like for me as a person, you know, I be thinking, what do you guys discuss every Sunday?
So the
You know, because it's like the Bible is, but if you go every Sunday for your whole life, like
I don't think that like
this
you're
is
ever gonna run out of
no,
context.
I know
if
you're
that's
definitely
what
not, but this is just questions I
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
myself,
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure there's other people
Yeah,
that
yeah,
probably
I'm sure.
do too. So it's like because I tried to read it and it's hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. I feel like you can't.
Somebody advised me to before you read the Bible because I wasn't doing this before either, which so dumb. Like obviously I should have known this. Pray before you read the Bible.
Oh, what do you mean?
I didn't think about it either.
Me neither.
But everybody's like, because God says don't lean on your own understanding because our hearts are deceitful.
Like, what do you pray? Like, make it easy to read?
No, like God, please, like let me understand this spiritually, like spiritual eyes, spiritual ears, like, yeah. Because our heart is deceitful.
I should try that.
Yeah.
Like, I try reading it, but I don't know. I go to church once in a blue.
You should come to Bible study.
I'll probably be like you.
But that's good. Now I can trauma buddies.
I'll be like, I'll probably be asking, like, get this kid out of here. Like, get
No,
this
I
little
think
Mexican
that's
out of here. No, I always ask a lot.
And that's another thing
I
too,
feel
though.
that's
Like
good.
you can't have a relationship with God based on what other people tell you.
Oh no, I feel like that's what I'm good at. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm good at, and I feel like I always been like that. I don't really care what you think about me. You know? I'm always gonna be myself, whether people like it or not. And I feel like.
Well, I feel like a lot of people like they'll go to church and they'll just listen to what the pastor says on the Bible, and they're like they won't go home and read it for themselves.
But
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't. My relationship with God can't be just based off what you're telling me or what you're reading or how you're understanding it. Like I got to do that for myself.
Which that's good.
Yeah,
Are you doing that?
I'm getting better. That was actually one of my 2024 goals was to like actually like read the Bible more.
Nice. How's it been so far?
It's actually not bad. I do read, like me and Noah always read a Bible verse before we go to bed. So like even if I don't read the entire Bible or like read a big section of it, like I always do read a quote before bed.
Yeah, I feel like we left a lot out. Like, we were having conversations, but I feel like those conversations could go deeper. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, damn, we talked about like, you know, dads and everything, moms, you know, like just having new relationships and stuff like that. There was a question I wanted to ask too that had to do with like, you know, not having your dad there. But I forgot it.
I'm sure it'll come up.
I'm pretty sure that's what I'm saying. We're gonna have a lot of these conversations.
Yeah.
What's another thing you would say though that gets like swept?
Under the rug?
Yeah.
For church?
Yeah.
Like controversial topics at church. I think mental health was a big one.
How about something simple? How about like tattoos and all that, and like piercings and?
I feel like everybody has their own opinion on that one too.
Yeah.
I have tattoos.
Me too.
I have tattoos. I like tattoos. I feel like people, because in the Old Testament it says not to cut yourself, but I feel like it gets taken out of context
Or, like,
because like back in the day, people were like actually like cutting themselves to like harm themselves.
which
But
I mean, people still do that now.
yeah, but I think people took that interpretation and included tattoos. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If there's
That's
some,
how you see it.
yeah,
Or,
there's something. If there's something else in the Bible about tats that I'm not aware of.
how about is there anything that says about like long hair? Like I know like in my well, at least when I grew up, they hated long hair. Like for guys.
For guys,
Yeah.
I don't think it says anything about long hair unless it's in like the Old Testament. I
I
haven't read
don't
it.
know. That's what I'm saying. Like I've seen like a lot of Spanish community like, guys should not have long hair. But then one day I was sitting, I was like, yo, Jesus has long hair.
I think,
You know?
and girls aren't supposed to cut their hair, right?
I'm not sure.
I think like girls aren't supposed to like cut.
I would
their
say dye
hair.
it. I feel like that. Right?
Girls aren't supposed to dye their
Dye.
hair. There's a lot of churches where you can't wear jewelry. Like,
But aren't you supposed to like, when you go visit the house of God, aren't you supposed to like dress the best?
like a Sunday.
I think. Am I
No.
correct me if I'm wrong? That's what I heard. I'm like, that's why they actually dress up and like every Sunday, you see people dress up nicely because it's like.
I don't know if that's
visiting.
actually in the Bible or if that's just something that we made up.
Yeah, see, I would like to like. I'm pretty sure I'll get to it, but like,
This is why Marian should be here.
is she like more into like?
Oh no, I think it just depends on the church. I don't know if I told you or I brought this up before, but when I went to El Salvador for like the first time, I was.
Oh, you went?
Yeah.
Been out there?
Yeah.
Nice.
But there was this guy, because my mom, I told you she stopped going to church when I was 5, but my aunt over there is very religious. So they like go to church with the veils on and everything. But obviously I wasn't. So I went to El Salvador and some guy, it was me and my cousin. He sat, I was like 15. He literally sat us down. I've never met this guy in my life.
Uh-oh.
He literally sat me and my cousin down and was like, you guys shouldn't be wearing jeans, you're girls. He like read the Bible to us and like,
Said that or what?
yeah, I don't know what he read honestly because I was like flabbergasted.
He wrote it down.
This guy was even talking to me like this. I'm like, oh my god, yeah. But he was like, yeah, you shouldn't be wearing pants, da da da, whatever. He was like very judgmental, like really bad.
That's.
Let me finish. Guess what? Guess what he turned out doing?
Oh.
He turned out to be a thief, and he's actually in jail now. So I was like, you're gonna talk to me about my pants?
What did he steal?
He was like going around like going breaking into people's houses and like stealing.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I feel like it says right. It says you're not supposed to judge, or am I?
No, you're not supposed to judge others.
But they judge the most. I feel like.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I have a hard time stepping in churches.
Because you feel like you're gonna be judged.
Not like once again, I don't really care if you judge me. It's just that you're there and you judging everyone else.
My pastor actually was talking about this on last Sunday. He was talking about how we should be
We
more.
should get the pastor here. You think he'll be down?
I think he would be down. But he was talking about how like we should be more loving and more accepting. Even like if you do go to church first, because there's a lot of people that go to church right there on the right path, and
That's another.
and then they'll leave church and their shame won't let them come back. Also because people are gonna judge them. So he was talking about like when people come back to church, like you should open them, like welcome them with open arms. Like it shouldn't be like, oh, they're gonna say this about me. Or like it shouldn't be something that is brought to shame if you're coming back to God.
But it's hard,
Yeah.
once again, as a human beings.
Yeah, because
So-
we're emotional.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I feel like there's a lot of hypocrites.
In church.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. But that's the thing too, like you can't, like I was telling Marian the other day off camera, like you can't let what other people do
Oh, no, 100%.
affect you or your relationship with God.
Yeah, 100%. But that's why, I don't know. Maybe I'll step in. Maybe I'll go to a study Bible. Like I said, I go to church once in a blue. But I feel like the relationship I have at the moment with God is the best for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
I hear you.
Yeah.
I told you like when I was praying nonstop and like I really felt like super close to God.
Yep.
And that was like more connected than I feel to him now.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I'm at a good point in life, but I just this week I was realizing I'm kind of like you. I'm always looking like there's something more. There's something more that I have to do. There's some.
Are you talking about like work wise or
with everything? Not like everything. Literally everything. Like anything you could think of. I'm not gonna be like super satisfied with it in a way.
So So I was actually gonna ask you this: are you hard on yourself, like when it comes to?
Yes and no. The reason I say no is once again I feel like I should have never got myself to where I am with like my weight, which just sucks. But I'm like, if I really like was hard on myself, I would have never let it get like that, which I did. So that's when it like, contradicts itself.
Yeah.
But in a way, I am because I'm like, I always want to be better. I don't know. It's just this like feeling inside.
Is that like that grinding mentality?
Yeah, yeah, and it's like I feel like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that feel like that too. I felt like I was born to be great,
Yeah.
you know, but like a lot of people say that and don't do nothing about it. They just feel it.
Yeah.
Like I'm out here, like
Actually trying to get it.
I'm trying to be great, and I know I'm gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like when you're trying to be great, you're never like comfortable. It's hard, which is like, it's a fight you have with yourself, which could eat you alive.
Yeah, because when you feel like you're never satisfied.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, yeah, I don't know. These are just my thoughts, guys.
No, I like it. Because I very much agree. I feel like there's always something that you're gonna chase.
Yeah, it's just hard. That's why, like, when I like talk about depression, I'm like, I don't really like to call what I go through, which I'm doing better, but like depression, because there's people that actually like can't even get up, out of bed.
Has it ever been that bad for you?
No, but it's been bad with like, I don't know. I just like kind of like, how do I put it? It's like I'm not even controlling my body type.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just getting up because I woke up.
How would you describe depression?
That's tough. Depression, I would describe it as, like I said, I don't really call it depression for me, so I don't know if I could describe it, but I could describe what I go through, and I would describe it as, it's like dark. It's like you could be in a room full of people that actually love you, and yet feel so alone,
Yeah.
and like it's like you out of your own body, looking at yourself and looking down at yourself and saying, why ain't you more? Or like not having that self love, So it's like, and it's like voices in your head too, like all the like you can't do this, like, oh, you should have been here already. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your life type?
Yeah.
So it's like dealing with all that. So that's what I deal with, to be honest. But like I said, I know there's people out there that can't get up, from their bed, and I'm like, that's tough.
Yeah.
But once again, it's like I feel like it's faith too,
Yeah.
because I've been down so bad with that, I fall and I see light, and it's like it's still late, I could see that tunnel. Get up, Fidel. Let's go.
Has there ever been a time where you've been like down so bad and you gotten back up and you're like, I know that wasn't me, like I know that was God?
Oh, 100%, all the time.
All the time?
All the time. There's not, because if it were, I feel like if it wasn't, to be honest, I probably wouldn't be here. I would have probably done something dumb, to be honest with you. So yeah, all the time. Every time I thank him, for getting me out. Because that's what, bringing it back to the conversation we had, there's always two people listening to your prayers.
Yeah.
So, it's probably, how I see it, it's probably God, fighting with the devil over me,
Yep.
It's like he's winning right now, but I always have hope that God's there for me. He's gonna be. I feel like if you have that faith, that's like a powerful shield that they can't attack no matter what.
Yeah, it's like untouchable.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. I feel like untouchable. Like I literally do.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just because that relationship I have with him.
With God, yeah. Yeah, I hear you. That's how I feel too. Like no matter what happens, like I know that God's gonna find a way.
Yeah. I feel like life is better too. Don't you think? Like when you have like that.
I always wonder, like, people that don't have faith.
Well, my little brother, he's
Atheist?
yeah, he just told me that this weekend too. But I don't know.
He told you he's an atheist this weekend?
Yeah, he's like, I'm an atheist. Like he's like, you been knowing that, and I was like, nah, like I actually didn't.
No, but like, okay, so actually, he might actually be somebody good to have on the pod.
I don't know if he'll come. He's 15.
Oh, okay.
But he's like, But like sometimes I'm like, I question it, like, because this man does not like, and I'm like, I don't care what people. This man does not care.
Yeah.
Like literally, he's happy with himself. Like my mom has to force him to buy like new shoes and stuff, just because he's like one of those persons. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like like I'm like, yo, time for new shoes, brother. I'm
Wow.
good. He's like, I'm good.
I wonder. So I've always wondered, like, how people that don't have faith in God, like, when they do go through a trial.
I think they believe like in science, like the earth, something like that.
Okay, but if you're depressed,
But that's a
How do you-
conversation I would like to have. Like
medication, like,
maybe that's a great conversation.
yeah, that's why I said he's still little, but yeah, if anybody's an atheist, come have a talk with us.
Maybe, bro.
Let me rebuke that right now. No, but like, yeah, I always wonder, like, because I don't think, me personally, I don't think I could go through half the things that I've been through and not have faith. Like, there's no way I would have made it out.
Yeah.
So I do really want to know, like, if you don't have faith, like, what is your thought process? Or like, what do you lean on? Just yourself?
You can't.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
that's
I know,
actually
me as
interesting.
a person that has faith.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't.
it's different for us because we don't have that
But
mentality.
I'm open to like I feel like everybody has their own thing,
Yeah.
So I'm actually open to that. I'm like, but I would like to know, like you said, what goes on
Yeah, like
up there. You want to take it a question? What did we have questions?
I did.
We kind of did it late this time.
Yeah, we did do it late. I don't know if you want to include the self-care questions.
You want to talk about self-care for a little?
Let's see, yeah.
We could. How long we been going?
Oh, actually, let me read this quote from Proverbs. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. That's what I was talking about. In all your ways, acknowledge him and he will make straight your paths.
You know what's crazy? You know how that verse we read here? That
The love one?
yeah.
Yeah.
I seen it in a movie and I noticed I was like but it's like I didn't know if I like that's the first time I ever noticed it. After that.
Yeah.
But you know how like you don't notice things until
Yeah.
like after.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking I'm like, did I notice it because I heard it?
Yeah.
Or is this like a sign? Like that's how I look
That's
at things.
also a sign too.
No,
yeah.
I know, but that's how I look at things too. I'm like, I was hyped. I was like, I know that. I was like, yo, I know that.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, yeah, I can't wait to discuss this in a pod.
I love that. Okay, what was the question? Oh, did you want to do? I don't have the self-care questions. I don't think anymore.
I don't know. We could talk about anything. You want to talk about the self-care?
I know we mentioned self-care, and like a lot of people said that going to the gym was self-care.
That's not self-care.
So reading the Bible was self-care. I'm trying to.
Oh,
think
like you're talking about like
the
addressing the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel bad that they're not gonna get the question.
Yeah, I remember people said gym, like you said. Somebody said doing their hair and doing their nails.
Yep.
What else was it? Yeah, I forgot.
Okay, that's fine. We'll jump right into the IG question that we did today. What was the question? It was what's one food you don't understand why people enjoy? What's yours?
I was gonna say, let's start off with us. Don't understand why you enjoy. That's a good one. What's something I said? Ugh.
And other people like.
I don't really mess with like olives.
Olives? I hate olives.
Yeah, olives is like ugh to me.
Yeah, I hate olives. I hate when people put is that an olive, the green thing in the rice?
Yeah.
Don't, ew.
Yeah, I think that's for me. Other than that, are you a picky eater? Eater.
I don't think I'm a picky eater, but there is like I don't like cheesecake.
You like cheesecake? Mm-hmm. Cheesecake, you see, I feel like cheesecake is just overhyped. Okay. I'm not disgusted by it, but it's like I just think it's overhyped. Like, yeah, so but I'm not. I could eat cheesecake.
I don't like ranch.
Ranch is alright.
People like.
I'm more of a blue cheese fan.
I love with some buffalo wings.
Yeah, smacks.
Top tier.
What else? What else can you think of?
Let's see what people said. That's really it for me. I'm not really a picky eater.
Yeah, me either.
I don't like peas, but like I don't feel like anyone does.
Yeah.
Somebody said French onion soup.
It's alright.
I've never tried it.
Really?
No.
It's alright. Gotta try it. It's alright. It's nothing. Yeah, I can see that.
Somebody said fish. I love fish.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what kind of fish are you eating? Cause
Like fried fish with some tostones, lime and chile.
we need the lime.
I'm making myself hungry. Cilantro.
Whoa.
That's like a sin in the Spanish community.
You need cilantro.
Yeah.
You eat some taco cilantro. You have what?
Guacamole.
Cilantro. What else?
Carne asada.
Cilantro.
Cilantro.
Some chimol cilantro.
So if they don't like cilantro, they don't like chimichurri sauce, right?
Yeah.
Because that has cilantro. That's like basically all cilantro.
Damn, that's a big one. I feel like I never heard that.
Cilantro?
Yeah, people say I don't like cilantro.
That's a genetic thing too. Like you have a gene wrong with you if you don't like it. Mangoes. I know, I love mangoes. But that's also a genetic thing. Like some
Behind
people
the
think
scenes, you gotta show me who said that. Mangoes?
Yeah.
What? Mango smack.
Blue Takis.
I don't care about them.
You don't care about Takis?
Yeah. You like them?
It's not my favorite chip. It's like I'll eat it if I have to.
Yeah, I don't really.
Sushi.
Sushi's good.
I love sushi.
Yeah, sushi.
You just haven't tried the right kind of sushi.
What's your go-to?
California roll.
California's good. I like the lobster tail.
I've never tried it.
If you don't like sushi, I think you need to try the lobster tail because it's like the cook one. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's fire.
I like that. Somebody said liver. Liver, squid, molleja.
Yeah, I like all that. I really didn't like squid until
squid?
because I like Puerto Ricans make it the salad they make. Mm-hmm. What is it? It's literally, how do they call it?
It's I know what
ensalada
you're
de
talking
pulpo.
about.
Yeah, ensalada de pulpo.
It's called something else though.
Yeah, whatever. It's fire.
Yeah.
It's fire. That's what I'm saying. That's when I was like, I could. I don't know. I never tried it in another way though. So
I don't think I've ever tried squid. Interesting. I feel like I was actually talking about this. I feel like I'm very sheltered when it comes to eating.
yeah.
Because there's people that have like tried like the most craziest things, like alligator and stuff.
I feel like yeah, I could try that. I feel like I could try things except one thing, and like don't tell me like, you know how like yeah, I can't. I hate it. That's like that's my biggest fear.
What?
It's crazy.
It's your biggest fear?
Rats, mouse. I can't.
People eat that?
Yeah, like that's what people eat that. That's what I'm saying. That's what, like if you ever.
Oh, people don't in like Ecuador they eat guinea pigs.
Yeah, oh yeah. You see, I heard it tastes like chicken, which
I don't know
even
if I
with
can-
guinea pigs, yeah, I don't know if I could do that, but like,
I'm down for that.
but like if you give me some, please don't tell me. You know what I'm saying? Because then
Would you be mad though?
only if it's like mouse
you-
or rat. Like
yeah.
if it's that, yeah, we might not even talk. We're not talking again. Like I have
I'm coming on the pod and talking shit
nah,
about
yeah, I have this little tick that like when I get mad, it's just, and I feel like I got way better at that. But when I was like younger, I used to have like anger issues.
Yeah.
So, like-
I've never seen you mad though.
That's the thing. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Now but when I was young, I used to be like, psh.
Do you get mad often?
No, I'm way better. I used to, but now you can't.
I feel like you're very cool, calm, and
yeah,
collected.
you can't affect me. Like you really can't touch me now.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, like
Look at Jesus working.
yeah, 100%. But yeah, I feel like if like we go to like a food tasting place, and like the last one, like one of those is like rat or mouse, and I find out,
What was that show when we
believe.
were growing up? Was it Fear Factor?
oh, Fear Factor, yeah.
Where they used to eat like the craziest.
That's what I'm saying. Fear Factor, I feel like I could do it, except sometimes they do the mouse thing,
Yeah.
and they're like crawl over. Nah, I'm out.
I can't do it.
Yeah, what's your fear?
What's my fear?
Oh, you see, I can't get the.
I don't like bugs. Like I don't like Me and Marian saw a cockroach. I'm not gonna say where. It wasn't at our houses, guys. We saw a cockroach the other day and we both freaked out. And then somebody was yelling at me to get it, and I'm like, "Get it? What?"
Yeah, nah, I could do. I don't mind those.
I don't like insects, and I don't like heights that much. Like I'll do a roller coaster,
Oh, I hate heights.
but like it's not my
I
thing.
hate heights. I hate when I drive going through bridges.
Oh
I
my
have
god,
to,
yes.
I have to go in the middle lane. I can't if I go on the fast lane. I'm
Yep.
like, yeah, somebody's gonna bump me.
I feel like
and I'm
yeah,
gonna end up
like
in
this.
and I can't swim, so I'm like, if I go down,
Yeah, you can't swim.
like yeah, I can't flow for too long, you know. So it's like
You can't float for too long?
Yeah, so I can't like I could probably if I go down, you say, and there's like I could see like a little island, I could probably try to make it, but if there's nothing there, like in the middle of the ocean, I'm done.
I got pushed into the pool once, and I wasn't expecting it, and I'm not a great swimmer.
Oh, so
This was like maybe like 2 years ago.
Why you saying you can't swim?
Because everybody comes
We're gonna
at my
have a
neck
swimming competition.
on live. No, I got pushed into a pool and I wasn't expecting it. Well, actually, I kind of was expecting it, but like, I didn't think I was really gonna go in the pool, and I almost like drowned it in front of people. It was so embarrassing. And then I was in the group chat. People were like, "Oh, she can't swim," and I was like, "Oh my god."
You see, I was like, yeah, I can't swim. Nah, I tried. My sister at Six Flags. Somebody I think pushed her. She jumped, and she was so young. She was like, I think like 2 or 3. I was like Superman. I was like, and I can't swim. So then I saved her, but the lifeguard had to save me.
That's a good big brother, though.
Yeah. No, but I was like, maybe that's where I was like, I kind of feel like
Yeah.
oceans.
If you had
like
to do it, yeah.
No, I did it. Like I went, but I was like, now that I think about it, and now so like when she's mean or something, I was like, I should have never saved it.
Oh my goodness, that's.
But yeah, no. Let's end it with. I want to end it with like blessing of the week.
A blessing of the week.
What's your blessing of the week if you had one?
That is a great question. I haven't had a blessing this week yet. But
The week is.
it's only Tuesday, bro. But I'm going on vacation this week, so I'm looking forward to that. What's your blessing?
Is that your blessing? My blessing, I need this cough gone. Blessing of the week. I feel like I'm gonna have a laughing attack, coughing attack. My throat's itching.
Pause.
We gotta edit that. You just made it worse. Blessing of the week. That's a good one. Blessing of the week.
It was your question.
I know, but I didn't think it through. Blessing of the week.
Or something that you're looking forward to.
Blessing of the week, I guess, is filming episode 2 again.
The shade.
And we ended like that.